I let the media run wild. You guys can make what you want. It just gets me more followers.
So what's been the most ridiculous thing you've heard about yourself during this process?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't. The most ridiculous thing I've heard is that I'm not the best player in this draft. Honestly.
If you were to ask me who would I want for my New York Giants in the 2022 NFL Draft, I would tell you straight up to your face, Kayvonthibodeaux, edge out of Oregon. Now, a lot of people have came out with their mocks. A lot of people came out with their little theories. They came out with their little reports and their their scouting reports on KT. And a lot of people are saying that this guy might fall out of the top 5. And if he does fall out of the top 5, well, the Giants need to run up to the podium at number 7 and select him with their 7th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Point blank, period. I will come up here and I would, be very upset if the Giants were to pass up on KT at number 7, which I've seen happen a lot in these mock drafts. I've seen mock drafts where the Giants take Travonwalker, Georgia edge, over him. I've seen them take Jermaine Johnson. I've seen them take even Charles Cross over KT at number 7. Now, I don't want to come up here and act like KT is, going to be an MVP in his rookie season. I don't want to do that, but I think that KT, for some reason, is getting overlooked when he hasn't done anything to get overlooked by. He's coming out in the interviews and he's sounded like a very well put together player and person. And if you watch the KT interviews, he's a very confident player. I don't think he's arrogant. He doesn't come off as an arrogant player to me. He comes off as a guy that's very confident in his craft and a guy who's very intelligent and smart of what he's done on the field. And I don't see why that is the reason why he's gonna fall in the draft. I still am not on the fence of him falling to us at 7, but each and every day I get a little bit more, comfortable by saying that he might be the 7th overall pick. In my next mock draft, if you were to watch that video, you might see me sliding KT at number 7. You know what I'm saying? But with Kayvonthibodeaux, I think that he's a player that on draft night, if the Giants are able to grab him, rather it's with the 5th or 7th overall pick, because if I'm the Giants and KT is there at number 5, I might take him there. And I might just have to hang on with Charles Cross, who isn't a bad prospect, because I think a lot of people are starting to say that Charles Cross, they wouldn't be as happy with Charles Cross at number 7, which I disagree with. Charles Cross is a very, very talented pass protector, and Daniel Jones is coming into a year where it's kind of the final straw, the last straw with him. So you want to get the best pass protecting talent you can. But back to Kayvonthibodeaux, I think he's a guy that you just can't pass up on. I just believe that. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that, he will be a day one starter. He might be a guy that can have a Michael Parsons type year where he has 13 sacks in a rookie season. Now, I don't want to predict that or nothing like that, but with Travonwalker, what we hear about Travon is that he's a guy that day one, he's not going to be a 10 sack guy, 12 sack guy, maybe even not a 9 sack guy. But later on down the line, in that 3rd year, that 2nd year, he's going to be dominant. He's going to be extraordinary. And he's an athletic specimen, which he is. And I don't want to I don't want to act like I'm coming up here to hate on Travonwalker, but I think Travonwalker right now is not a better edge prospect than Kayvonthibodeaux. Now, could he go in the top 5 over KT? Sure, I've seen it a lot in these mock drafts. I've seen Travonwalker go number 1 overall in these mock drafts. I've seen him go to the Lions, the Detroit Lions at number 2. And I believe that Travonwalker is a very talented player. Now, the production doesn't, jump off the page, but with Jermaine Johnson, who's another edge rusher who I think the Giants could definitely take a look at, who I had him mocked at in my first mock draft at number 7, the production jumps off the page. Won ACC Defensive Player of the Year, led the conference in sacks and tackles for a loss with 18, and I want to say 12 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Johnson, who actually used to be a Georgia Bulldog, transferred to Florida State, and in his first year at Florida State, which I think was his junior year, I'm not sure, I think it was his senior year actually, but he dominated, absolutely dominated, and he went up against Ike McConwood versus North Carolina State and had a pretty decent game on him. And I think Jermaine Johnson is a sleeper. I think he's a very sleeper, a very, very, very slept on player right now. Now, I don't want to come up here and say he's going to be, 15 sacks, 20 sacks, and nothing like that, but I think Jermaine Johnson is a guy, when we look back at the draft, he's going to be a very, very quality pick. You know what I'm saying? Very, very good quality pick. And if a team is able to grab him in the mid round of the draft, I think that's an absolute hit. Now, the Giants, if they were to grab Jermaine Johnson number 7, which like I said, I had him mocked in my first mock draft, I would not be mad at all. I think Jermaine Johnson is a better prospect than Travon Walker, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And I think Jermaine Johnson is a guy that a lot of people are sleeping on. A lot of people are sleeping on him, but I know that he isn't one of those top name prospects like KT, Aiden Hutchinson, or any of the top 3 offensive tackles. So I don't think a lot of people would be that happy if he was to get grabbed at number 7 by the Giants. But I think that with his ability to be like a Max Crosby, where he is an awesome run defender, how he sets the edge, and he's not the dominant pass rusher, but he can rush after the passer. And I think that with more time, with a great defensive coach like Wink Martindale, Jermaine Johnson might be that guy. Now, I want to slide back to Travon Walker, because in this video, my top 3 edge rushers, the top 3 edge options for the Giants is KT, Jermaine Johnson, and Travon Walker. Now, back to Travon Walker. I watched some of those Ravens games. With Odafe Owe, who was a rookie last year. And when I look at Odafe Owe with his speed, with how athletic he is, how fast he gets to the quarterback, I kind of see that in Travon Walker with Wink Martindale's scheme. Now, I think Odafe Owe is a very athletic player. That's what everybody was saying in last year's draft, that he was an athletic freak. Travon Walker is also an athletic freak. So if the Giants are looking at Wink Martindale, they say, we got the 7th overall pick, Travon Walker's still there, KT is still there. They say, what do you want to do? Who do you want as your go-to edge rusher in this year's draft? Maybe Wink Martindale were to say, I want Travon Walker. I actually had a player in Baltimore that played similarly like him, but with Travon Walker, he's even stronger. The dude is mad strong, and he's just, like I said, an athletic freak, athletic specimen, and possibly might be the Giants pick. Now, we did see him and James Cook in the Giants facility for a visit, and Tate Crowder posted them on their Instagram. So maybe the Giants are very, very interested in Travon Walker, and though no reports came out about anything that interested yet, I really do think that Travon Walker is a guy that we gotta watch out for if the Giants select him with the 7th overall pick. Now, like I said, you guys did come out and y'all said that y'all weren't really with him at the 5th overall selection. And depending on how high Travon Walker is on the Giants board, they might just select him with the 5th overall pick. But I feel like right now the Giants can't do no wrong with either of the selections, whether if it's pick 5 or pick 7. I think that when you're talking about the edge rush position, I think that's a position that they will take in the 1st round after they get their offensive tackle at number 5 or number 7 with Charles Cross possibly. I think edge rush is definitely a position that the Giants will attack early in the 1st round with the 7th overall pick, maybe even the 5th overall pick, depending on who falls on their board or depending on who they have high on their board or low on their board. But if you enjoyed this type of video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button. I just want to say rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins also to end this video out, man. All praise and condolences to his family, and he's in a better place, and you will not be forgotten, Mr. Dwayne Haskins, OSU forever. Now that's gonna do it though. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and until then, it's Big Boy J Dimes. We are back, baby. If you want the Giants draft content, it's starting to heat up. 18 days away from the NFL draft. Leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and stick around and stay tuned. Until this, Big Boy J Dimes, we are out. Peace.